Today is such a good day. I can't wait to get started on my video. Alright, Mr. Computer, what are we reviewing today? That music doesn't sound good. What's going on? As long as I'm in here, you can't find me. You can't find me. There's no way you can find me. Stay back. Stay. No, just stay back. No. Have you guys ever felt just so happy? Just everything was going great, and then out of nowhere, something out of the blue just comes and just makes you sad, makes your day just, it fills up with joy first, and then it just gets bad, and worse, and just, it's still a great thing, but you wonder why you brought it into your life, because it makes you cry. Today, I'm doing a very reluctant review of Madoka Magica. Madoka Magica at first glance looks like any other magical girl anime. It starts off very high-spirited and fun, but as you'll soon see, everything can look happy and carefree on the outside, but can be very sad, depressing, and weirdly motivating on the inside. And it was because of that I wanted to watch this in the first place. It sounded interesting, so I gave it a chance, and what I got was a roller coaster ride of emotions. And I'll be doing reviews a little bit differently from now on. I'll be talking about different aspects of the anime in different categories, such as story, characters, ending, pros and cons, and my final conclusion and rating. And yes, in the ending portion I will spoil the ending, but I'll let you know where to skip to just in case if you don't want the, ending spoiled for you. So let's get on with the story. Madoka Magica is a story that mainly follows the character Madoka Haname, a normal everyday girl that has a normal everyday life. But when the new transfer student joins her class, things in her life start to change. Why is that? Because one day when she was hanging out with her friend Sayaka at the mall, she could hear a voice calling out to her. She left Sayaka behind to pursue the bodiless voice, and in following this voice, she finds herself in a blocked off part of the mall. Why is it blocked off? I don't know. Adding another GameStop or Hot Topic probably? But what she finds is a creature of unknown origin, but she feels compelled to help it. Out of nowhere, the new transfer student comes in and tells Madoka to hand it over so she can kill it. Then out of nowhere, Sayaka comes in and blows the transfer student Homura away with a fire extinguisher. Then they get away, but then the environment changes suddenly to what makes you think they were teleported into Tim Burton's imagination. Yeah, you see, they got scissor hands and everything. But then a girl named Mami comes in and saves the day by transforming into a magical girl. Not gonna lie, she's pretty badass. Her weapons are mainly rifles, but she gets different and more powerful versions like a giant cannon. She defeats the scissor-handed enemies and scares Homura away. Now, after these crazy events, the rest of the story is about the girls and what they'd want to wish for to become a magical girl. Now, I say they have to wish because you have to make a contract with Kyubi, the cat-like creature from before. And once you make a contract, you get your wish granted. So, it's one of those, what's worth becoming a magical girl type wish. And after that, they go through crazy ordeals just trying to figure out what would be a good enough wish for, having in turn defeat these crazy enemies called witches. There's pretty much a main group of characters you're going to see throughout this series. Madoka, Sayaka, Mami, Homura, Kyubi, and Kyoko. Honestly, these are some of the best characters I've seen in anime in a long time. They're all very well done artistically, they have these backstories that really fit them and just make you feel for them. Madoka is such a breath of fresh air for such a very dark and action-oriented type anime. She's silly but also very kind-hearted. She cares for all of her friends and everyone else pretty much. She wants to become a magical girl just so she can keep not only her friends and her family safe, but everyone else as well. She just wants to be there for the weak and helpless. So throughout the show, she contemplates what type of wish would really be good enough for such a great power. And she's honestly my favorite character in the show too. Now on to Sayaka. She is definitely the over-the-moon in love character because, as you find out early in the show, there's a boy in the hospital that she really likes. She always goes to visit him and brings him CDs of orchestra music, because it turns out that the boy was a violin prodigy. But he got into an accident and now he can never play the violin again, unless by the power of a miracle. Wink, wink. And really until halfway through the series, those are the only characters that we really pay attention to. I mean, there is Homura and Kyubi, but Homura is the mysterious silent type, and Kyubi just pops in at times. Oh, and how could I forget about Mami, the runner-up for my favorite character in the show? She's definitely a badass, like I said before. She has some of the coolest powers in the show. She's level-headed and normally very focused. And last but not least, there is, Kyoko, which is, a character that comes in 4 or 5 episodes in, and you're like, okay, am I going to like her, or am I going to hate her? And honestly, I can't tell you. I've got mixed feelings about her. I mean, sometimes she's there for them and cool, which makes me like her, and then other times she's a jerk and I couldn't care less about her. But I do admit, as time went on, I started liking her more and more. Okay, so before I actually start talking about the ending, I'd like to say, just because this part is called ending, that doesn't mean I'm only going to be talking about the last episode. I'm also going to be talking about the events that led up to the last episode. So, without further ado, the ending section of this review. We see Madoka, Homura, and Kyubi on top of a broken building with a destroyed city as the background. But why did this happen? Let's look back for a second to find out. Well, our friend Sayaka became a magical girl so she can help the boy that she loved, but ultimately lost her to her dumb-ass, fake-as-hell, no-good, piece of shit whore friend. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get all angry there. She's just a terrible person in my eyes. No big deal. But anyway. Losing the love of her life left her as an empty shell, and because of this, she learned how to kill witches without feeling pain. But doing this was her ultimate downfall, because we learn when you become a magical girl, your soul gets taken out of your body and put into a soul gem. And when you use your powers, your soul gem starts to darken, and Sayaka let hers get completely dark, and in doing this, she became a witch. Kyoko, wanting to help, because she's cool now, tells Madoka that if she can get through to Sayaka, she could probably turn back into a normal person. But, knowing that it might not work, they still go and try the plan anyway. But unfortunately, Sayaka does not turn back and Kyoko decides that they have to fight her. And, kind of like that part in Walking Dead where it's a lot like that. But in the end, Kyoko used up too much of her power and not only killed Sayaka, but herself as well. So now there's only one magical girl left, Homura. Oh yeah, Mommy died in the 3rd episode. So Madoka goes and visits Homura at her place, and she tells Madoka that a witch with unbelievable power is coming. Madoka already knew this because Kyoko told her that's the reason why they both teamed up, so they could defeat it. Madoka, worried, asks Homura if she would need her help by becoming a magical girl, but Homura tells her that she doesn't need it. We also find out at this point what Homura's power really is. She's a time traveler, and she has been going through time to save Madoka from becoming a magical girl, because at one time they were best friends and Madoka told her to stop her from becoming a magical girl at any cost. So having powers over time would sound pretty overpowered, right? Well, unfortunately, she doesn't even do any damage to the witch at all. So now at this point, we're where we started. Madoka tells Homura that she's thankful for being her best friend and she wants to become a magical girl. Homura is of course not happy to hear this, but Madoka tells her that she knows her wish and goes to Kyubi. She tells him that she's ready, and she wishes for the power to destroy all witches, past, present, and future. But in doing this, she would become a deity-like entity. No one would remember her, and for all time she would have to fight against the threat of witches. But she's okay with that, just as long as she can protect everyone. We see Madoka bring Sayaka to her recital for the boy she once loved. Just because, really. You know, because she's nice. And also, she goes through time and destroys all the soul gems before they can turn into witches. But in doing this, we see a giant meteor turn into a witch because it was all the power that Madoka had used. The meteor was actually her soul gem. But with the power of the wish, she can even destroy her own witch in such a badass fashion. Then everything goes calm, and we see everybody without the knowledge of Madoka. But for some weird reason, Homura remembers her. The magical girls are still around, but defeating enemies called wraiths now. Even though the witches are gone, there's still evil in the world, and it's the magical girls' job to destroy them. But if you watch till after the credits, you see one of the most heart-touching scenes I've ever seen.
Do your best.
Madoka wishes Homura luck, and that's it. I don't know why it's so heartwarming for me, but it is. And then we see Homura get crazy black wings, and then it fades. And that's the end. Pros and cons. The pros? It looks beautiful. The story kept your attention the whole time. It was very engaging, and it was beautiful. It was very inspiring. I loved it a lot. And the cons? There are really no cons that I can think of besides QB is an asshole. That's about it. So Madoka Magica is definitely an amazing anime. It sucks you into its world. You feel for the characters and what they have to go through. You cry when they cry. You die a little on the inside when they die. And with all those things together, pros, cons, and everything I just said, it definitely is the rating of worth buying.
Worth buying.
Yeah, it's pretty expensive. It's like 140 bucks for all 3 parts. But it's honestly that good. And if you don't believe me, then go on Netflix and watch it dubbed over on there. Or go on to Crunchyroll and watch it subbed. I mean, you can watch it subbed on Netflix too, probably, but I like Crunchyroll, so I want it. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm out of time, so I'll see you in the next video. You guys have a great one. Finally, I'm done. I can take a break. You know what? I'm gonna take a nap. I'm gonna take a nap. This review took way too long to make. I'm taking a nap. Good night, Kuramu. I love you. Wait. Something's not right. It's all green tint and... Oh no!
QB, I know my wish.
Tell me your wish.
I want to be a Super Saiyan.
Your wish has been granted.
Step into the grand tour. Step into the grand tour. Dragon Ball GT. Step into the grand tour. Dragon Ball GT. Step into the grand tour. A brand new adventure begins. Another challenge for Goku and his friends. Now he's a Saiyan strong.